Nobody teaches you this in school. Your parents probably didn't teach you either, not because they didn't care, but because nobody taught them. The financial system you were born into was designed with one assumption, that you would spend everything you earn, borrow what you couldn't spend, and work until your body gave out to pay it back. This video is about the people who refused that deal. Not billionaires, not lucky, just people who learned a small set of rules, simple, unglamorous, boring rules, and followed them quietly while everyone around them chased the next thing. By the end of this video, you will have every rule they used. What you do with them is yours to decide.
Rule 1 sounds so obvious that most people skip past it. Don't. Spend less than you earn. Always. Not most months, not when it's convenient, always. Here is why this rule is harder than it sounds. The entire consumer economy, every advertisement, every buy now, pay later button, every upgrade offer, every subscription trial exists to make this rule as difficult as possible to follow. The system is not neutral. It is actively engineered by some of the smartest people alive to ensure that your spending rises to meet and slightly exceed your income at every level. When you earn $30,000, the system shows you $35,000 problems. When you earn $80,000, the system shows you $90,000 solutions. When you earn $200,000, the system has $250,000 lifestyles waiting for you. The gap between income and spending is the only gap that matters in personal finance. Everything else is commentary. The practical application is simple. Before you spend anything, pay yourself first. The moment your salary hits your account, move a fixed percentage to savings, not what's left at the end of the month, because what's left at the end of the month is always nothing. Before rent, before food, before everything, you first. Even if it's 5%, even if it's $50, the number matters less than the habit. The habit is everything.
Rule 3. Build the emergency wall. Here is the rule that separates financially stable people from financially fragile ones. Not income, not investments, the emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses, sitting in a savings account, doing nothing, earning minimal interest, just sitting there. This money has one job: to ensure that when life does what life always does, the unexpected medical bill, the job loss, the car breakdown, the roof leak, you do not go into debt, because debt is where financial stability goes to die. Most people understand this rule intellectually and never follow it, because saving 3 months of expenses while managing current bills feels impossible. And for many people, in many circumstances, it genuinely is hard. But here is the reframe that makes it possible. You are not saving for something you want. You are building a wall between your life and the chaos that is coming. Not maybe coming, coming. Something unexpected will happen to you financially in the next 5 years. It always does. The only question is whether you will handle it from a position of choice using your emergency fund or a position of desperation using a credit card at 24% interest that will cost you 3 times the original problem. Start with $1,000, just $1,000, not 3 months, $1,000 sitting untouched. That single number eliminates the majority of financial emergencies most people face. Then build from there. Rule 4. Debt is not normal. At some point in the last 50 years, consumer debt became normal. Not just common, normalized, expected, built into how most people think about acquiring things. You want a car, you finance it. You want furniture, you finance it. You want a holiday, you put it on the card. You want a phone, you pay in installments. None of this is normal. All of it is recent. All of it is profitable for someone else. Here's what consumer debt actually is. It is a mechanism for spending tomorrow's money today, which sounds fine until you realize that tomorrow's you still needs money to live on. Every dollar of consumer debt is a dollar taken from your future self with interest. You're borrowing from a version of yourself that will have the same bills, the same expenses, the same life, plus the repayment, plus the interest. The minimalist money rule on debt is simple. High interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, buy now, pay later, is a financial emergency, not a management situation. An emergency. Treat it with the same urgency you would treat a fire in your house. Everything else pauses until it's gone. Not minimum payments, not balance transfers. Gone. The psychological and financial freedom that comes from carrying zero consumer debt is something any purchase can replicate. It is one of the few financial states that actually changes how your life feels from the inside. Rule 5. The 24-hour rule. Every unnecessary purchase you have ever regretted had one thing in common. You made it quickly. The 24-hour rule is simple. Any non-essential purchase over a certain threshold, set your own number, maybe $50, maybe $100, you wait 24 hours before buying. You close the tab, you leave the store, you sleep on it. What happens in those 24 hours is not willpower, it is biology. The dopamine spike that makes a purchase feel urgent, the now feeling that makes you click buy before you think, has a half-life of hours. By the next morning, the emotional charge is gone. What remains is a clear-headed question. Do I actually want this, or did I want the feeling of wanting it? Most of the time, for most purchases, the answer is the second one. The wanting was the point. The thing itself is almost irrelevant. And once you see that, once you feel the difference between genuine desire and manufactured urgency, you will never spend impulsively in the same way again. Online retailers know about the 24-hour rule. It is why they invented limited time offers, flash sales, only 3 left in stock, countdown timers. All of it is engineered to make 24 hours feel impossible. The moment you feel that urgency, that is the exact moment to wait.
Rule 6. Your income has a ceiling. Your expenses don't. Here's the truth about income that the financial content industry never talks about. For most people, income has a ceiling. Not forever, but in any given period of your life, there is a limit to how much you can earn. The ceiling may be higher than you think. It may be raisable with the right moves, but it exists. Expenses have no ceiling. There is no upper limit to how much your life can cost. The lifestyle inflation machine will always find new levels for you to reach. New neighborhoods, new cars, new experiences, new versions of yourself that require new spending. The ceiling on income and the no ceiling on expenses is the trap that catches even high earners. The minimalist money rule is this. Lifestyle inflation is a choice, not an inevitability. When your income rises, the default is that spending rises with it. The intentional move is to let some of the increase go to savings and investments before lifestyle absorbs it. Not all of it, you are allowed to enjoy earning more. But if 100% of every raise disappears into a more expensive life, you have made zero financial progress regardless of how much your income grew. The most financially stable people are almost never the highest earners. They are the people whose spending grew slowest relative to their income. The gap between earning and spending, maintained over time, is the entire game. Rule 7. Understand what you are actually buying. Everything you buy costs 2 things: money and time. The time it took you to earn that money. This reframe changes everything. If you earn $25 an hour and you are considering a $200 purchase, you are not spending $200. You're spending 8 hours of your life, 1 full working day. Is this thing worth 1 day of your life? Sometimes yes. Often, when you actually do the math, no. This is not about being cheap. It is about being conscious. The financial system works hard to make money feel abstract. Tap a card, click a button.
The physical sensation of handing over cash, which research shows activates the same pain sensors in the brain as physical pain, has been almost entirely removed from modern transactions. This is not an accident. Abstract money is easier to spend. The more abstract, the easier. The antidote is to make it concrete. Before any significant purchase, convert it to hours, convert it to days. Ask whether the thing you're about to buy is worth the piece of your life you are exchanging for it. Not rhetorically, actually answer the question. And then ask one more question. This purchase, in 5 years, will I remember it? Will it still be in my life? Will it have mattered? The things that answer yes to this question are almost never the things the algorithm is trying to sell you today. Rule 8. Invest before you feel ready. Most people wait until they feel financially stable to start investing. This is exactly backwards. Investing is not the reward for financial stability. It is one of the primary mechanisms that creates it. The single most powerful force in personal finance is compound interest. Returns that generate returns that generate returns. And it has one non-negotiable requirement: time. The longer money is invested, the more violently the compounding works in your favor. A person who invests $200 a month from age 22 to 32, 10 years, and then stops completely, will retire with more money than a person who invests $200 a month from age 32 to 65, 33 years. 10 years of early investing beats 33 years of late investing. The math is not intuitive, it is real. Every year you wait to start investing is not a neutral decision. It is an active choice to give up compounding that you can never recover. The person who starts at 22 and the person who starts at 32 make the same monthly investment. They end up in completely different financial realities. The only difference is 10 years of time. You do not need to understand investing deeply to start. You need an index fund and the monthly contribution. That is it. Not individual stocks, not crypto, not real estate. A diversified index fund that tracks the broad market. Set it up once, automate the contribution, do not touch it. Come back in 30 years. Rule 9. The people around you are your financial environment. This is the rule nobody wants to hear. The people you spend the most time with have more influence on your financial behavior than any book, course, or strategy you will ever encounter. Research on social spending shows that people adjust their consumption to match their social environment within months of a change in peer group. Move to a wealthier neighborhood, your spending rises. Spend time with people who prioritize saving, your saving rises. This is not weakness, it is one of the most powerful social adaptations humans have. We calibrate to the group. This means that the most impactful financial decision many people could make is not a budget change or investment strategy. It is a social one. Who are you spending time with? What do your closest relationships normalize? What do they make feel necessary, expected, default? You cannot fully escape this influence. No one can. But you can be conscious of it. You can seek out people, in person or through books, content, communities, who have the relationship with money you want to have. You can notice when social pressure is driving spending that your actual values don't support. And you can, slowly, intentionally, build an environment that makes financial stability feel normal instead of exceptional. Rule 10. Enough is a decision, not a destination. The final rule is the one that makes all the others sustainable. Enough is a decision, not a number, not a destination you reach when the account hits a certain balance, or the mortgage is paid off, or the retirement is funded. A decision you make consciously, deliberately, repeatedly about what your life actually requires to be good. The consumer economy needs you to never make this decision. It needs a definition of enough to remain permanently just above wherever you are. Always one more thing, always one more level, always one more upgrade between you and the feeling of sufficiency. The most financially stable people in the world are not the richest. They are the people who decided, at some point, clearly and firmly what enough looks like for them, and then stopped reorganizing their entire life around getting more. This does not mean stop growing, stop earning, stop building. It means knowing why you are doing it, knowing what it is for, knowing the point at which the accumulation is serving your life and the point at which your life begins serving the accumulation. That line is different for everyone. Finding it honestly, specifically yours, is the most important financial work you will ever do. 10 rules. None of them require a high income. None of them require a finance degree. None of them will be featured in an advertisement because none of them make anyone money except you. Spend less than you earn, know where it goes, build the wall, destroy consumer debt, wait 24 hours, don't let expenses eat your raises, price things in time, start investing now, choose your environment, decide what enough means. Simple, unglamorous, completely transformative if you actually do them. If this changed something, subscribe, because next we are going to go deeper into the one financial decision that affects everything else. The one most people get wrong, not because they don't know better, but because the system makes getting it wrong feel exactly like getting it right. Knocks out.